Alright, in today's video, we are going to demo how to set up log event monitor in Db2. The log event monitor can be very useful in the real world, okay? And the Db2 have different kinds of event monitor, like log statements, your W activity, something like that. There's a few log event monitors. So in this demo, we're going to focus on the log event monitor. I said it can be very important or useful in the real world, okay? And the steps to create log event monitor is very simple. So this is basically the step we're going to follow. Create, enable, change some parameters, and report to order to see the logging, blocking, log timeout. We can simulate some activities, okay? All right, let's get started. This is the system we're going to use. And I just created a sample database, use this command, okay? So let me exit the system, log in back, okay? So, all right, so let's go to, let's see. I'm going to log on the system, name T9, and log on as a root or Db2 instance owner. So I'm going to log on as Db2 instance owner. So then we already have database just created called sample. So Db2 list to DB's directory. Okay, so this is the DB. Okay, and the demo system is 1159. All right, so let's continue. So first, to create event monitor, we're gonna just connect the database and create, okay? So we're going to do a connect to the database. Let me start it up. So once started, we're gonna run this command, okay? There's some other things, so for simplicity, and we just create this log event monitor. There's some like menu start, auto start. So by default, it's auto start. So, all right, so let's run this command. Okay, so I'm going to run this command. All right, so create the event monitor. Okay. Database connection not exist. Let's connect to the database and run this command. Okay. So the command is successful. So now we're going to just enable it, okay? So we're going to enable it. All right, it's enabled. So to see the state of this event monitor, we can simply just run this command. So this command gives event monitor name and the current state, okay? So we're gonna just run this command, and so the semicolon doesn't matter. All right, you can see it. We have two event monitor. One, it is the Db2 detailed deadlock. So this is deprecated, but for the reason IBM not removed, it's been deprecated a long time ago. So for this demo, so we're gonna just remove it, okay? To remove it, so we need to set the, first we need to disable it. So we're gonna set event monitor, right? So we set this to 0. So event monitor is called this one, okay? Let's see, state equals 0. So first we're gonna set this one. Then after that, we're gonna drop this one, okay? Because this been deprecated, IBM already in document set remove it, okay? But just keep in in any system, any database created is still there, but never been like by the database engine when they are removed from that portion. Okay. All right. So let's rerun that command so we can see we have right now have this log event monitor is enabled. So to collect data, we also need look at these two parameters and set it to. So let's do a db2 get dbcfg. Let's look at the one called the keyword log. So what we're interested is this one. One is called mount log timeout. Currently it's none. That means it's not collecting data. Another one is mount log wait. Current is none. Okay. However, you see mount dialog by default it is without history. So we need to change this to a value so that the database can collect the log wait information and log timeout. Okay. So to do that, let's do db2 update. So we're going to db2 update dbcfg using. So we're gonna using the log timeout. So this one have different values. One is called without history, one is history, one is history with value. Okay, so let's just use without history is fine as long as they can start collect the database or use history. So we're gonna make this one. We're also going to do the log wait. Okay, log wait. So it's simple, just make them all three the same without history. Let's check the these parameters again. You see, these all three parameters it is enabled. And later we also need to change this one log timeout because currently it is -1. That means if a session wait another one, they're gonna wait indefinite. For demo purpose, we're gonna change this one so we can simulate a log wait timeout event. Okay. All right. So now we're going to simulate some activities. Before we simulate activities, I'm going to first use the Java method. Okay. So this IBM document to see how to do that. Basically, we need two files. It is one called db2 event monitor fmt.java file. Okay, so we're going to compile that. In order to do that, so we're going to first let's go to a directory. So I'm going to make a temporary directory. So let's call log enm. Okay, so I'm going to make a directory. It's going to copy some files from that. So let's do a locate where this file is. Okay. So I'm going to locate and this one. Okay. It's called Java. Okay. So because right now I'm using the 11.5, so I have two installed. So I'm going to use this 11.5. Okay. So we're going to copy this file to our location so we can compile. Okay. So we're going to copy this this Java file and to a location. Then we're going to do a compilation. Okay. So copy this to a location. So we also copy to another one. It's called db2. Let's see, this one. It's called event. These two files. So we copy these two files. Okay. So you can see we have two files. Now we're going to compile this Java file. Okay. The command is going to be like Java C. Okay, Java C. but we don't know where the Java C is because we have to find it. So we're going to use IBM's Java C to compile. Okay. So the Java C is also in the location, either in the install location or in the SQL lib. So I'm just look at the original location instead of look at the SQL lib. Okay. So let me find where is the Java C. Okay. So Java C should be in the in this location. Okay. In my case, for my 11.5, this is the Java C. Okay. So we're going to use this Java C to compile. Okay. Java C. And very simple. Then we're going to put this Java. This is the file. Okay. Do a compile. Okay. So after compilation, they're going to create two files. You can see it. So this two class file was created. Okay. So we're going to use these two files to get the log information. Okay. So let's run this command. So the Java, then followed by the class, then the database name, then the unformatted event table name, output to a text file, and in the past 1 hour. So this is just an example. Okay. So then let's run this. Okay. So I probably have to give the full path of the Java. Okay. But then let's run it. Okay. It says empty. Probably this Java is from the operating system, not the Java shipped with IBM. We can use this Java as well. Okay, so if I use this Java and followed by we can actually export those variables in the event environment variable. Okay, but in my case, I just simply used absolute path. Okay, so you can see it at this moment, the result is empty, and there's nothing to be reported. Okay, so now let's simulate a log await situation. So on this window, the dark red. So I'm going to do a SSH to the server. We can use a root log. Just do a Db2 install 1. TDT9. Okay, so this is the server. All right, so we're in this server. So I'm going to Db2 connect to sample. Okay, so this is so to simulate log wait event. So what we can do, we can basically, let's see. So I'm going to use uncommit option. So let's say I'm going to log one table, okay? Log table. Let's see, in some database we have, let's see, department, okay? Just pick up a table and in exclusive mode. So this is just example. So I'm going to log this table, prevent anybody to exclusive. Okay, this is the correct. Okay, so it's locked. So let's do another session. So let's see. I'm going to the same thing. You can use whatever way you can. So I'm gonna log on to the same server and from another session. Okay. From another session, we're going to do the same thing. Db2 connect to sample. Okay. Connect to database. So let's run a query. So we're going to run the query, select something, let's select one from department. Because on another section, we did an exclusive look, exclusive lock on this table. When we select from this, we're gonna hang, okay, blocked, okay. So now the event is created. So let's see if we can see anything. So now we're going to run this again. It's still empty because it haven't it's the the database engine already recording this event, but it haven't been able to report it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let me do a db2 commit. So then this gonna flush the monitor. Okay, so let's see commit. Now you see this event is complete. We have one session. It is place a log to a table. Another session is wait. That is called log wait. Okay, so let's do it. So let's report again. So I believe, yeah, now you can see it. Okay, now we have the report. Okay, so from the beginning, they will see this is a log wait event type, and what is the requester? What is the block? Like basically, this is the request is request a log. The owner is the one who's hold the log. Okay, you can see the SQL statement. It is the request is select one from the department and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. So this is in their name called participate. Participate number one, and what is the current activities? What is the what is the what is the current activities? Okay, so we recorded this event. Okay, and so now let's continue. Okay, so this is we see this is a log event. Okay, log wait event. So now let's simulate a log timeout. As I said, to sim log timeout, we need to set this to a finite value. Okay, we cannot use infinity because we have to make this event. Okay, so let's see. We're going to db2 update db log timeout. Okay, cfg using log timeout. This one. db cfg using log timeout. Let's see. We gave it, let's see, 5 seconds. Of course, in real world, you probably give more, like, few minutes, or depends on your environment. Okay, so for demo, I just set log timeout. Okay, so so it says update these parameters. Let's see, db2 connect to sample. Let me do. Okay, this parameters need to bounce the active deactive the database. So let me do a db2 terminate. Okay, so we also do a db terminate here to make sure the database is deactivated, and then it is take effect. Okay, db2 terminate. All right, so let's see if it's take effect now. So we're going to do a connect the database. Then we're going to check. Okay, so we already did that. So we're going to grab log, and okay, So now you see log timeout equals 5. Let's make sure it is let me just get to this one. Okay, log timeout. And so let's use the show detail. Make sure both the disk copy and the memory copy is the same. Show detail. Okay. All right. That is both 5. That means this one it is effective. Okay. So now let's simulate again. Okay. So let's do the same one. So connect the database. Then we're going to lock this again. So it's locked. And this one, so we're going to connect the database. I'm going to do a select. But this time, this difference is because we set the log timeout is 5 seconds, right? The second session will not wait forever. After 5 seconds, you see this session being terminated, okay? So let's do one more time. So in this way, we have an event, and it's called log timeout, okay? So let's run that Java to check the status, okay? So now, similar, we just, but in the real world, probably if you do the regular monitor, you will probably have to schedule the job, okay? So now we can see it. Now we see a event time called log timeout, okay? So you see, right, with proper setting, we can, if your system having log wait, of course, there's another parameter to decide how long, I mean, if you have a log wait just like 1 second, you didn't want to bother to record, right? There's another parameter we can set to like you want to certain second after the log wait being reported. You don't want to report everything, okay? And now we can see we have both situation. One it is log wait, another is log timeout. Okay, so that is there are two parameters. So if we change this one to, let's see, more realistic, let's see, we change it to like 500, for example, okay, or 600, like 10 minutes. Then they need to do again. So then these two sessions going to wait for 10 seconds. The second session is going to be terminated. Okay, so we see this both log wait event. We also see the log time event. So we don't have the deadlock event created. So let's see if we can simulate a deadlock event. So just to make this complete, okay? I leave the deadlock in the last. So let's see how we do it. If we don't want to use Java, so the Java is good about Java. You see this, the report is a text file. It's very easy to read, okay? If we don't want to use Java, we can use this stop procedure to output this unformatted event table into some tables, and then we can use SQL, okay? So I'm not going to go to the detail, just show you it is possible to do that. Okay, let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this SQL statement. You can see it. This is a format login or whatever. Just get from example from IBM's website, and then run this stop procedure. After run stop procedure, they're going to create some event tables, so you can query that, okay? Before that, let's do a Db2 list tables. Grab log. Let's check, see if anything called log, okay? So this is the table, like unformatted event table we created. So we're going to run this stop procedure and to see what happens, okay? So this stop procedure, when we first run if there's a table not created, it will create, okay? So let's run this one. Okay, so let's see. So this stop procedure, you can see it is said format unformatted event table, 2 tables. The name is very easy to understand. So they basically take this output, select star from this unformatted event table, and after that they will insert those information to different tables, and so we can query, okay? So now let's repeat the command. You can see it. They create some table like this name, you see, called log activity, values, log event, log participants, and log participant activities. So from these 4 tables, we can just query and to find out the locking, blocking information, log timeout information, and so on and so forth. Do a quick internet search, we'll find some queries can be used. For example, let's do a Db2 describe table. Let's see this table, okay? So you can see what the columns are in this table. So then we can join those to the report, okay? You see this SQL statement and so on and so forth. Okay, this we need to just we can report this way as well. Okay, but definitely we need if we need to use this one, we need to just find how to report from those tables. Okay, I'm not going to go to the detail, and so let's continue with the last piece called deadlock. To see the deadlock, we will let's see, simulate a deadlock. Okay, before I simulate deadlock, I think we can still run a let's see, select state. You can see it. Okay, so this statement is recorded in this saved in this table. Okay, from same information, just different format. Okay. All right, so you see in our example, it's all select one. Let's just let me do a different one. Okay, so I'm going to do a different one. Let's see, select 2. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's run that stop procedure. Okay, so I'm gonna run this stop procedure and look at again. Now we should see this. You see, this is the statement. Okay. All right, so let's continue. So to simulate a deadlock, let's see how to simulate a deadlock. So to simulate deadlock, so I'm gonna just use the similar thing. So this one, I have the exclusive log for the department. So on this session, I'm going to do a similar thing. Let's see. I'm gonna log a table. Let's see employee. Purely for demo, okay, just create this in exclusive mode, okay? Exclusive mode. All right, so I have one session is log the department. Another session I'm log on the employee. Now let's go back to another session. So on this session, I'm going to log the employee, so to like a cross log, okay? Then you see this is gonna hung. right? Because they have to wait that one. Oh, it's too fast. Well, let's give it a little bit more time because this going to 5 seconds too fast. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, but we can still do that. Okay, just a little bit quick. Okay, so I'm going to lock this one, and at the same time, we're gonna lock this from another session. Okay. All right, so just need a little bit fast because so let's see. I'm going to lock employee in the red screen, and then lock department in white screen. Okay, so that's quick. Let's do the let's see, department. Something incorrect. Okay, let me give me a sec. Let's recreate the situation. Okay, let me pause the video for a minute. Okay. So all right, I'm back. Just terminate all the session, make that timeout parameters take effect, like 500, 600 seconds. You see the same thing we just did early. So let me repeat this one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is let's see, Db2 terminate. So I'm going to terminate everything, just redo this simulate, okay? Db2 terminate, okay? So on this session, let's connect the database first. So connect the database sample, and then we're gonna lock this department table, okay? So successful. So on the second section, let's do the same thing, connect. So we're gonna log the employee table. So both successful. Now we're gonna cross log, okay? So now we're gonna say, I'm going for another session, try to log the employee table. So this session is going to hang because the session is going to wait this session to release. At the same time, we're going to see, I'm going to cross lock, I'm going to lock the department. You see, this is from a deadlock. Nobody can self-resolve themselves, right? So at this moment, and you can see it, and it says the current transaction being rolled back. The reason code 2, that means it's deadlock, okay? All right, so let's go to our reporting session. So we can just connect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a Java. Okay, so this is the Java. So we're going to take a read that event table to see if we indeed can find out this deadlock information. Okay. And in the real time, probably we have to use a scheduled job. So in this way, yeah. So here it is. Let's see where it is. If I can see deadlock. Okay, should have somewhere called deadlock. Before I do that, let's save it to a file. So I'm going to save it to a file. Let's see, we're gonna call the temp. So let's see, it's easy to search, okay? Temp.txt. All right, so let's find it to see if we can find the deadlock. Okay, so we did. So you see, we did this as an event type called deadlock. So this is the deadlock information. And Also, they gave the information which the participant number one is the current is running, another is participant number two, and you can see it. So this is for the like that. Okay, so this is deadlock event. This is the deadlock map. Which session is doing what? Okay, this is this session. Number two, you can see it is lock department in exclusive mode, and another session is lock the employee in session mode. That is, these two sessions was from the deadlock. Okay, so all right, so we basically done. Okay, so as I said, to summarize, this is a simple demo, but I think that it gives us the essence how to set up a event monitor. Okay, personally, I like this Java one because it's easy to read directly from the text file, and of course we have option to use SQL if we prefer to do that, but we have to just either search internet to find some SQL to use, or just write your own SQL to report the event, okay, to read. All right. So, all right. So that's it for today's video.